Hi, I'm Bob Ross. Welcome to Joy Painting. Today, a Bradyscape. Let's take it right along the jawline ridge. Ever so perfect, never a mistake. There it is, just wherever you want it. And there's God saying, hey, you're number one to me. And there's some birds on either side of the valley. And they hear you screaming, Seton, going, you're the best. And, oh, this is a wicked Tissa. This is a wicked potty. Oh, Tom, you're the best. Oh, there we are. There's a little source of light down there. Maybe too much for some people to look at. So let's go ahead and give them some protection, just to dampen the light. Just to dampen the light. There we go. Not too much. I see you. I see what your plays are. I'm spying on you, but not too much. Just the right amount. Okay, here we go. Let's put the gateways into the soul there. There it is. Patriot blue. Oh, well, Michigan blue. It's almost too much. I can't even take it. Oh, how do you do it, Seton? No wonder he's not guilty. He's the best. You know what? There we go. Let's top off this Sunday. There it is. Some Michigan maize. Oh, yeah. Not a grain out of place in this field. Not a grain out of place. Oh, no wonder you love him, Giselle. Of course you do. There it is. I think that's just about all the time we have right now. Until next time, happy painting, and God bless. Oh, he's gorgeous.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard College for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danets in Milford, Connecticut. Today was day one of the Boss's Cleanse. McLovin, when does he tap out?
Well, actually, the over-under set on Twitter unofficially was 12.5. It seems high to me that he'll make a 12.5.
Dan's not a quitter. I think he's just going to be abusive and mean-spirited and salty for
Take it out on us.
Yeah, that's a lot easier than
So you
quitting.
think he's going to make it 21 days?
Yeah, because it's not like he's doing it to lose weight or some vanity thing. It's actually doctor's orders.
Yeah.
So I think that changes the tone of the cleanse.
And if you're going to go that far and go be miserable for a week and a half, 2 weeks, why would you pull the plug on it, especially if it's for a medical reason? Then you wasted all those days, 10, 12, 14 days, if you don't just see it through to the
Wow,
end.
so we got two overs. Are you over too? This is not my line. This is Twitter's line.
Well, I think that Dan would really love the idea, sort of what Paulie was getting at. He's got a built-in excuse to be just a raging a-hole for two or 3 weeks, should he choose to be.
Where was this?
I'm not saying that he normally is, but
What
he's
was
like,
the
you know what?
excuse in the past decade?
Well, right. We would have to. It was probably our fault then at that point. Now it would just be like, oh, well, it's the cleanse, and he can just blame it on the cleanse and take out.
Which is good for us too, because if he yells at us, I'm like,
aggression.
it's the cleanse. It's
Yeah.
not really Dan.
But
So it's fine.
isn't a cleanse designed to make you feel better physically?
Well, after the cleanse.
After the cleanse.
After
You
the
gotta be
whilst
patient for 3
you're in
weeks.
the midst of the cleanse.
Isn't that a show on Bravo, After the Cleanse? Isn't Mo Rocca host that?
I think so.
Oh, it is going to be a wild 21 days for you, gentlemen. I had Darius Rucker on today, and you guys all took his career over Kurt Warner's. Seton, is this pretty much standard? Is it always a famous musician over a Hall of Fame quarterback?
I don't know. Well, for me personally, it's tough to not go musician. But if it wasn't a very good musician or something, or somebody who really didn't do a whole heck of a lot, I would take a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Nickelback or
Joe Montana?
no, Nickelback or Cordell Stewart. Nickelback made a lot of money, I'm guessing.
Yeah, no, it's Nickelback.
Cordell Stewart probably made a lot of dough.
College?
You know what?
Dude,
no,
Slash ruled the nation for about 3 years.
Colorado Buffalo?
Slash? Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's in Guns N' Roses. Oh no, wait, you mean? No, I would go. I don't want to be in Nickelback.
By the way, if there's a choice between guest who is holding on the phone, who is a friend of the show, and any other quarterback, while the guest who is a friend of the show is listening, I think we were all going Darius.
Oh, I would never change my pick because
no.
they're listening.
Yeah,
it's,
sure.
it's much better
Oh,
radio and TV.
sure.
Oh, no.
You would? Did you know Darius was on the line?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I produced a show. I mean,
And you didn't. Oh, by the way, so you would say, oh, I definitely.
I absolutely would, because that would be better TV and radio to give
Right.
your honest opinion and have it alter what the
It
guest
was
thinks.
kind of disappointing that we all went Darius while Darius was on.
You went Darius because of Darius.
Well, no, I really believe I would take Darius over Kurt Warner, but you know, I'd be lying if it didn't enter my mind at all. It's like,
You got to
Darius
book the
is coming
guest.
on.
You would definitely
You know,
go
I
with
like
the guy
to,
on
I
the
like to be
line.
friends with everybody, especially the guest that's actually on the line. But between Darius and Kurt, and I said if it was between Darius and John Elway, it would be Elway.
I think it was-
And I took Marino over Darius too, but Darius
Yeah.
Warner.
The only
no
thing that would
offense to
bother me,
Warner, I'd go
and
Darius.
I'm sure this isn't a big problem, if I was a rock star, right, that you have to play the same song over and over and over. Now, you get paid a lot of money to do it when you're on the tour, so I guess you get over it pretty quick.
People definitely get tired of that.
But when I'm sure he's saying "Hold My Hand" 10,000 times.
Right.
And to him, it's not exciting, but the person in the crowd wants to hear it like he's never sung it before.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Right.
And there's a lot of pressure there to put on a good show. Now, Kurt Warner, the pressure on him is kind of over.
Yeah.
And, you know, every day is kind of different for Kurt Warner. Or you could say he does the same thing every day and has to analyze quarterbacks or something.
Oh, he does what he has to do because he's a
better
pro.
than my life.
Well, unlike Nickelback, Rucker is respected in the musical industry, and he revealed to the boss that he actually inspired a line for a legend of hip-hop.
Dude, I've got a shout out in rap songs and stuff, man. You know, Notorious B.I.G gave me a shout out in rap. Yeah, man, they gave me my props.
Did you?
They get it.
Did you meet Notorious?
Once. Met him once at the Grammys, and quick story, we're at the Grammys, and he's going through, and some really hot girl walks by, and one of his boys was like, I'll pay her. And just as a joke, I go, man, I'm not paying for it. We laugh. And his next record, he's got a line on it that says, stay humble, stay low, blow like Hootie. True pimp spends no dough on no booty. Great line.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever heard in my entire life.
I wasn't aware of that.
No, I wasn't either. I mean, but you know, Hootie is sort of a constant pop culture reference.
Yeah.
It's almost never in that cool of a phrase either. It's usually like, oh, hey, Hootie, or like it's almost like the punchline
Yeah,
of the
Biggie
joke
giving you
in
a
way.
shout out in one of his lines.
Biggie, dude?
I've heard that song 1,000 times, and I always thought that he was referring to Hootie and the Blowfish or Hootie because of the similar time period that they made those songs. They were both very big at the
pretty
time.
amazing.
But I was thinking, like, is he really? Because I never thought of Darius Rucker / Hootie as a hero of the hip hop community
What
at
a
the time.
memory! Like
Of all the things you could write, the lines.
he
of
must
people
have
who could
had
refer to.
a Notorious B.I.G. to remember like that one interaction.
Yeah.
Or they must have had like a really great laugh, and he must have gone right into the studio after.
Either that or he was sitting there
He
and
went for a line with booty
he had a line,
right
booty, and he's like, I got booty
Oh
here.
yeah, remember Hootie
Booty
said
came
yeah,
first.
man,
He's trying to
What
think,
can I do with
Bootsy
booty?
Collins? No, that doesn't
Yeah.
exactly rhyme. I ran into Hootie the other day.
I'm making a pile of booty, you know, what do you do? There's very few. It sounded like he was set up. We got to use booty.
Writer's block worked
Booty
out for
came
Booty.
first. Now, what do we do to compliment booty? Yeah, and
What rhymes with Blowfish?
And here's Darius thinking, wow, he must really love me. And it was
Or
just
just
like
needed
a
a rhyme.
throwaway word.
What a great story, man.
Fritzy, you know we can't talk about Biggie without asking you to spit us a little rhyme. Could you please?
Where Brooklyn at? Where Brooklyn at? I'm gonna do it like this. Check it. I got 7 Mac 11s, 8, 9, 10. It never ends. You can't bust my riches. Even if you had MC Hammer in them 357. Beep, Biggie Small, the millionaire, the mansion, the yacht is too hot clock. That's how I got the weed spot. Shot Dread in the head, took the bread and the lamb spread. Little Gotti took a shot at your body. Don't resist so you might miss Christmas. I tote guns. I'll hit number ones. I give MCs the runs dripping. When I put the clip in the AK, I slay from far away. Everybody hit the DECK. My slow flow's remarkable. Peace to Mateo. Now I smoke weed like Tony Montana, stick the yayo. That's crazy blood. My voice excels under the L's from the avenues to jail cells. Oh my God, I'm dropping beep like a pigeon. I hope you listen. Smacking babies at their christening.
Stick around.
Baby's onesie.
Just drop the pen.
Maybe we'll do some bluegrass after this. Who knows? All right, stick around. The Danettes are pitching some tents in a big way. Hey, you're going to pitch a tent? Hey, throw it in the back of the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Go out there and camp on the beach. Take in the sunsets. Oh, it is gorgeous out here in the West Coast. It is the best coast. Hey, get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram.
Look over there. Someone's pitching a tent.
I hope that was just my blouse.
We all do. No one more so than Edward
Is there a little
Burns.
vent under there we can't see? Or something that's blowing?
Just admit what happened and move on.
I think he's a very handsome guy, and I wouldn't be surprised if, wouldn't you know it?
We are back here on the box score. That's Paul Paps calling out Todd Fritz for pitching a tent right next to Ed Burns. My goodness. Fritzy, is there ever going to be a day when you flip the script on Paulie and call him out on something?
Sure.
You would think that's long overdue, but I've bit my tongue on many occasions, almost completely off, where I would have to get it like surgically reattached. But there's nothing. I don't really have anything on Paulie to work with that I feel that strongly about that I'm going to go out of my way and do a whole dissing thing. You know, we've had our moments, as we all the Danettes do, on top of each other day and night, sometimes figuratively, sometimes literally. And, we'll get on each other's nerves a little bit, or we push each other's buttons. But I think they've got a lot more ammunition on me and my neuroses and little side habits and hobbies, if you will, than I could really come up with to have a good, response.
It's not really fair, Broccoli, because if you looked at that video, the part you caught out, I called myself out for having erect nipples during the Ed Burns picture. And then I called out
Which is really
Fritzy.
a callback to Fritzy's
pretty much.
constantly erect nipples.
Sure it is.
Even with that,
Sure it
it's
is.
still an homage to me. So.
It was. I was pulling a Fritzy, as they say in the business.
Paulie, if we need to cut glass, we're not calling on you. Let's
That's
put it that
right.
way.
Well,
Yeah,
we
I would
certainly
hope I
did.
would
Yeah, that is unfair of us. We did cut out the nipple ripple in your Vineyard Vine shirt. But there was another time, Paulie, where you were with your man crush, your brosif, J.J. Watt, that perhaps we think we saw something that may be close to a full 10.
Hey, things happen in New Orleans. He seems like he's mad about something. I seem very happy in every way possible. I don't know what he's upset about. A couple of bros having a good
I
time.
gotta tell you, I think Fritzy's tent a little more spacious, though, if you know what I'm saying.
Bad angle for me. I'll go toe to toe with
Must
Fritzy.
have been very cold over
You know
there
what
on
I mean.
that yacht, huh?
Wow. It must have been night.
Must have
The
been
wind
really-
whips off the
Really
the water.
chilly down
What
there.
happened to my...
What happened, Susan? What happened?
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, the penis humor did not stop at the morning meeting, and Fritzy got a gift from his favorite football club.
We have delivery from way overseas. Very exciting.
Oh, is
Fritz-
this a soccer?
Fritzy's favorite soccer club,
Get out of here.
at Deportivo Huanca,
Yeah.
FC Huanca. And it's Fritzy's size, too, now that he's slimmed down.
Was that a large? That's going to be... Just squeeze into
Wow.
that. Arriba
Yeah,
El Huanca.
happy about that.
You see the back there?
Arriba El Huanca.
That's what they say to me at the front desk when I check.
Do they?
It's like,
Here arrives the
As soon
Huanca.
as you check into the hotel,
They give me a couple extra
Arriba
lotions.
El
They
Huanca.
give me some extra lotion. They give me my room key, and they say Arriba El Huanca. They show me to the elevator.
I don't know. I have to sit next to him on the real show. I have to sit next to him here. I can't get away. It's
You're
disgusting.
really in a bad spot. It's
Yeah.
just not fair to you. It's just, with all the references and what may or may not be happening under the desk, you really, I can understand you distancing yourself.
Playa is to player as Wanka is to wanker, correct?
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's, but I've been looking forward to getting this kit. I could probably use an XL or a 2XL. It's a little snug. I don't have the build of the Europeans. But I do feel bad for
Peruvians,
my,
actually.
The Peruvians.
Yeah, that's the
true.
problem, yeah.
But I do feel bad for my back row partner, because if he gets lumped into
it's
what's
like
going on in any way, shape, or form, it's really not pleasant for your brand or your character. Right?
It's guilt by association. Plus, if there's anything like any lotions or ointments around, you don't
It
want
sort
to
of
touch
always
those.
comes back to Todd's penis, basically. It's either a phone line
Whatever.
or your
Today in
equipment.
particular,
Yeah,
a lot
Todd's
of
penis
us-
is like the fifth Danette.
It's constantly trending on this show.
Yeah.
Todd's penis.
Hashtag wanker. That's what it is.
Coming up, it's a very musical edition of Who You Got. You do not want to miss this. The Box Score presents Great Moments in DP Show History.
Dan Patrick's got a sports hernia. We all knew something was burning you.
Thanks for watching Great Moments in DP Show History. Welcome back to the Box Score. A classic moment there with Darius Rucker jamming. Dan Patrick has a sports hernia with Seaton on the six strings. Very empty man cave there, though. Seaton, who's the next guest you would like to jam with?
Oh, man, I don't know. I've been trying to, Paul's great at this. Although his is usually just like, hey, who do I want to beat me up today? I'm very intimidated by, jamming with people, and it's something that I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. And if I wasn't really forced into doing that with Darius, I probably wouldn't have been like, I don't think I want to do that. I'm trying to be better about it, so it's hard for me to say the next
that's
horribly stressful situation I want to put myself
That's really understandable. It would be tough for Seton to say, hey, I'm going to write a bit where I jam with Paul McCartney if we have him in studio or something like that. But I think in a situation like that, I always take my cues from a show like the Howard Stern show. You sometimes have to put other people in position to do things that they would be uncomfortable asking. I have no shame because I'm not asking for me. Now, if I was, I wouldn't ask to play drums that I barely know how to play with Darius Rucker because that's silly. It doesn't make any sense. But bringing up the idea of Seton playing a Sports Hernia acoustic set with him is funny. It could be great. And it's easier for me to ask, too. And I could also be in the comfortable position of where if he says no. Like, if you said it to Darius Rucker, he's not going to say no to your face.
Right.
But he has the option of maybe saying no to me or saying, I'm not going to do that, but I'll do this.
Yeah.
And he's done that before because we had Darius play something else. The next time he was there, I wrote it for him, and he goes, I was actually at his bus. He goes, no, not this, but this. I wasn't insulted by it because it was way better than what I thought of. But sometimes you get the ball rolling with someone, and they can make it better.
And everybody wins because it's like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of moment.
I think we did a thing with you and John Legend. Because
Yeah.
I suggested to John Legend, I go, can you play something from Hall & Oates?
I think so.
And Fritzy
Yeah.
sing it? He goes, yeah, I know Hall & Oates. I'm like, okay, can you...
But yeah, getting a chance to, like, on
But
national TV,
Fritzy-
just to sing or
amazing.
play with Darius Rucker or John Legend.
it's by far like one of my favorite things that has ever happened to me on the show.
So it ends up being great for the show with
Yeah.
your creative idea of how do we maximize this segment with this in studio guest, whatever, and then you get to say
That's
that
awesome.
you've done that. Who knows when that opportunity, if ever, will happen again in that moment in time? It's pretty awesome.
Seton, your duet with Darius was a classic for sure, but we have a best of the rest. We have the final 4 other in-studio musical performances. So here it is in our first matchup.
Fritzy, he was catfish. He only had one wish, a pick from Jen. He was catfish. He kept calling Jen God a restraining order.
Here's a list of new people who are Jewish, just like you and Dan. Donald Sterling, a Jew. Boo! Damn it, why'd you do that to us? Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen, let's go around the horn. Who do you have in this competition?
I'll start. This is a tough one because I love the Darius Rucker one. That's one I was talking about where I said I suggested something, and then he and his guys kind of tweaked it and made it better. That was really, really great. It was a surprise to everyone. Getting Adam Sandler to even touch the Hanukkah song was pretty big, but I'll go with Darius.
Wow, I don't know, getting Sandler to do the Hanukkah song, even super reluctantly, and just for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever it was a pretty major coup.
Yeah.
I got to go with that one.
Yeah.
The fact that he's not quick to do that at all, and Darius, the drop of a dime, he's ready to perform and enjoys it. But the awkwardness and knowing how he feels about doing anything related to the Hanukkah song outside of what he did with Saturday Night Live, I got to go Sandman there.
Actually, I go Darius because he had a band. It wasn't just Darius. It's like they got a group of people that actually buy into this, not just one guy. So we can actually get multiple people to do stuff like that. That's even crazy.
I love the idea of them back at 6 p.m. on a night in their bus across the street rehearsing this. Like, all right, we got to get this down, guys.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
All right, gentlemen, in our second musical matchup, here you go.
Dan and his Danettes. Yeah, they're weird, but they're wonderful. Oh, Danny, he's the talk show king. He's been on silver screen. He works at NBC. You know he even is an Alex Trebek wannabe. Dan and his Danettes. I am Super Dan, and my hair is happening. I am Dan the man, and I can do anything.
All right, gentlemen, in this matchup, who do you got?
This is, again, tough because to get a legend like Mike Mills to sing I Am Superman, I Am Super Dan was really cool. But Rick Neuheisel has topped himself every time. He came in hot with like Born in the SEC and those Johnny Manziel songs. And he's found a way to not tail off on this running bit he's done with our show.
So creative, the lyrics, and he's more. That's like the musician thing is a second thing to all his college and pro football experience. So that makes it more wild and out of the blue. That like you do that.
Neuheisel is the king right now. Neuheisel is the king.
He's like the Weird Al of college football songs. He's unbelievable. I don't know how he does it.
We should put out an album.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to go with Coach.
All right, so that's 4 for Coach. I will play tiebreaker in the first. I will take Darius Rucker with I've Been Catfish. So here it is, gentlemen, our final.
Fritzy, he was catfish.
Dan and his Danettes.
All right, gentlemen, who is the winner in this final matchup?
Tough one. It's a tough final.
I'm going to go with Darius because of how hard I laughed in the moment. I think Neuheisel's body of work stands alone, but that one day, as much as I like the Danette song, I thought Darius crushed it.
I'm going to go lifetime achievement for Coach Neuheisel there because it's a lot scarier to get up there by yourself with a guitar and sing rather than have a whole band backing you. It's easy to get up there. It's easier to get up there with 4 people, but to be by yourself and do that and just put yourself out there, I've got all the respect in the world.
And again, with Darius, to me, he's even though it's a funny thing that you wrote and that was all great, but he's expected to sing. But still, he's got his group with him. That's his forum. Rick Neuheisel is doing something special, exclusive for us, where he's putting himself out there and doing music, and that's totally a side hobby goof kind of thing. So I got to go Neuheisel.
What are you gonna do? You can tie it up.
Oh, I have to go Neuheisel just because it's just the lyrics are so intricate. He must spend so much time at night working on this.
My favorite is Born in the SEC, and people love that. When he's the smart kids got Van D.
Got enough for that album.
I play that song in my car on my phone sometimes when I'm bored. I'm like, I'm just gonna pop this out and real quick consider. I think it's so funny.
Great idea. It's awesome.
Well, congratulations, Coach. You are the winner of our musical Who You Got. All right, stay with us. We're going to close up shop here at the box score, but first, let's take a break and remind you, the Ram Heavy Duty with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower doesn't need one. And it wouldn't be not Neuheisel. Neuheisel's too good. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. We are closing up shop here at the box score. There are tons of young Americans out there looking for direction and motivation. You trying to get fired up for the day? Look no further than my boys in the Man Cave.
We're gonna help old effing ladies across the street. We're gonna look both ways at the crosswalk like nobody's business. We're gonna pay our taxes on time.
And we're gonna effing stop at a stop sign. No rolling through that. You hear me?
We're gonna have a nutritious, balanced diet like nobody's effing business.
We're gonna have 3 effing square meals a day.
We're going to children's hospitals.
Going to church. And we're buying Girl Scout cookies. You effing hear me?
8 effing hours sleep. Get them, let's get them.
Yeah. We're gonna effing call our moms.
I got dizzy there at the end. I got a little lightheaded. I thought when I was listening to JJ Watt, it was so weird to hear him say, "We're gonna be effing good guys," and I love, how much I love Watt, but I found it so funny, and it didn't match, like to have those swear words about being good guys. And as it was playing, I kept thinking how you could go further with that. I was like, should I do this? Should I do this? I'm like,
You were like totally in the zone. It was really cool to see you. You were riffing and you were feeling it and you were just going and you had lines and they weren't really prepared. You just kind of just were winging it.
And I judged something by the room, and if Seton heard him laughing, Seton's not going to give me that big of a fake laugh unless it's really good. Yeah. And I heard him laugh, I'm like, I'm going to keep going. I know this is loud, and I usually don't go loud and all that stuff, but I was like, I'm going to keep going until I run out of stuff or until Dan's. That's great. If I see Dan and Seton laughing, I can't see behind me, so I was like, I'm going to keep rolling.
So great.
All right, JJ Fritz, fire us up. Who's on tomorrow?
Tomorrow is a work in progress, but Brian Kelly, head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, of Seton and Paulie's Notre Dame Fighting Irish, will join us on Friday. We will get back to you on tomorrow. You'll find out.
Well, you're not going to really get back to him because the show's over.
It'll be over by then. So you'll have to tune in and see the, as Dan likes to call, the surprises that we may have in store for the Thursday.
We'll be surprised.
Yes, fantastic.
I'll be surprised for sure.
Thank you, gentlemen. The podcast is available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Hey, Hut, get better soon, brother. We love you.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!